Hello.
Hello, we're back again, and this time it's unlucky number 13.
What?
I know, and it's nearly Halloween as well, so think of that what you will, but we're back. It's a mini-sode, and this one's really random because we're just answering questions that you've sent in. On a side note, we actually need some ideas for topics.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have anything that you think we could talk about, obviously we do have a list, but it's kind of getting a bit boring. It's getting to the boring ones now, so we need to spice it up a little bit. So
Yeah, we don't want to do the samey ones, do we?
yeah. Anyway, should we just start?
Yeah.
Okay, I've organised these questions into kind of like topics
Uh-huh.
or like the thing the question's about.
Where did you get these questions from?
Instagram.
Okay.
People if you want to send us questions, often we just do it on Instagram, so make sure you're following the Instagram account, just Coast Spot.
There you go.
Yeah, because we just put like the question box up so you can send your questions in. So first up is like parks in general. The Coaster Man says, what's your favourite food to buy at an amusement park?
Not your generic amusement park food.
Wow.
What a good
Which
answer.
is what?
Just crap like your crap burgers, your crap hot dogs. It's really boring. But then I'd say my favourite food to buy at theme parks is proper food.
Well, like an actual sit-down meal?
Yeah, like when we went to Scarefest, the
Yeah.
towers have I mean, in the UK, there's like pub food, which is kind of like burgers and meat and chips, basically. It's like kind of pub food, if you agree with that in a way.
Yeah.
So towers have a restaurant that's like pub food, and it's just a proper restaurant rather than being your crap burger that isn't very good, like a McDonald's burger. It's more of a burger you'd find at a proper restaurant.
Yeah, like a gourmet
Yeah.
pub burger.
So I'm a big fan of eating at proper places within theme parks because it's always so much better than just your crap food.
I feel like my favourite thing is like the sweet stuff,
Yeah.
like the donuts
I don't
and
actually
stuff
like the
like
donuts
that. You're
much.
so crazy. How can you not like the
They're
donut?
so sickly.
Exactly.
Oh.
How is that an issue? That's the whole point
makes
of
me
eating
feel
them.
ill every time I smell them.
That's the whole point, though.
No.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah, I'd definitely say like things like that.
I do appreciate the more unique things though, like Colmarden when we had that curry.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
pretty good. I mean, it was alright as a curry.
The jambalaya.
Yeah, as a curry it was alright, but because it was a curry, it was like great, and the jambalaya was
The jambalaya.
both unique and really good. So,
Yeah.
So definitely points for a range of cuisine, not just your crap generic food.
Yeah. Jay Stent says, how do you think Merlin could improve the parks in general?
It's a hard question to answer because every park is different, right? Every park needs improvement in a different way. There's no real answer for all, like overarching answer.
I
would
feel
say.
like there's some ones where they have a better management team that makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? When you say Merlin, people don't realise that it isn't like Six Flags.
Yeah.
Each Merlin park decides their own investments.
Yeah. It's just where they get the money from is Merlin.
Yeah, so the people who run the park make the decisions. They have to go to higher up people to get the decisions signed off.
Yeah, but they're deciding the fate.
Exactly. So the people at Thorpe Park decided to put in the Swarm. The people at Alton Towers decided to put in the Smiler. You know,
Yeah.
So the parks decide their own fate. Obviously, then you have the money aspect. I just wish that some of the parks that are more successful in the chain were able to do what they needed to. Like, for example, a lot of the Merlin parks, they do quite a few things well, but each one has a severe lacking characteristic. You know, like
Yeah.
Towers is obviously
The flats.
yeah, outside of outside of the roller coasters, there isn't much to do.
Yeah.
It needs not only flats but just more.
Yeah.
And the same could be said about most parks. I mean, Thorpe Park just needs something that isn't
Something good.
well, because I don't really believe that a park needs a flagship ride to be good. I appreciate parks that are consistent.
Yeah.
Like Gardaland doesn't really have this one coaster that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's consistently good.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it. And Thorpe Park has some good rides, but it just lacks something. I can't place that. So
Yeah.
Heidi Park again. Maybe the thing is Merlin parks need to be. Some parts of them need to be renovated. All of the new stuff is generally good,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of old stuff that they've just left.
Yeah.
So if Merlin parks were able to reinvest more of their money, I think that'd be much better. They're not built right now with a focus on customer experiences. They're not built on the fact that, oh, if we make this look a tiny bit nicer, people are going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's the real change that I'd like to see. I'd love to see, more theming and atmosphere put into some of the areas, more thought put into some of the areas. But the ride investments in terms of large scale investments are good.
It's the rest of the stuff.
It's the rest of the stuff, yeah. They need a few smaller things, a few smaller investments that will really kind of tie things together. They have the shell, but they don't have the things that tie it together.
LY Entertainment says, what do you guys think makes or breaks a Halloween event? That's a good question.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely atmosphere in the sense that you want your Halloween experience to be different to your normal park experience. So there has to be things in the park that changes the atmosphere and changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah, from like fun day out to like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. So whether that should be a combination of themed props. It should be a combination of roaming actors. It should be a combination of lighting, and it should be a combination of audio, right? That mixture is how you make a successful Halloween event.
Yeah.
But every park does it differently, and no park probably ticks off all four. So
I mean, the budget will determine what you're going to tick off, isn't it? Diagram something. Please can we all get usernames that I can read? Says, what park in Europe are you hoping to visit soon that you haven't been to?
So there's quite a few that we wanted to get to. The Efteling is a big one.
Yeah.
Really want to see, what all the fuss. Really want to see what all the fuss is about there. And again, Efteling isn't really about the rides. It's more about the kind of overall experience. So I'm intrigued to try a park that's like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be one of my favourites.
Probably.
I don't know why, I just have a feeling.
Then, on the opposite end of the spectrum, Portaventura is a park that I've wanted to get to for a while, even though I've heard several bad things about it. But still, Shambhala, Red Force, Furious Bacco, all massive roller coasters that so many, enthusiasts have done. And
yeah, you have to do it.
So, outside of those two,
don't know.
There's some. I'd like to get back to Europa Park at some point, but then I'm waiting for them to get their next big roller coaster.
I want to go Energylandia.
Yeah, Energylandia when they open their new Vekoma launched coaster. That'll be somewhere to go. But we are slowly ticking off the parks. I think we've got quite a few of the major ones now.
Yeah.
So
we need to branch out of Europe eventually.
Well, exactly. It goes to Japan.
Yeah.
Go to the States, Australia. There's a few places to go. And we'll get there. But I think next year's definitely more of a let's tick off the final big European parks.
Yeah.
Probably outside Europa Park. I don't know. I feel like if we're going to go to Europa Park before a big ride opens, it should be...
waste.
Well, it should be at a different time of year.
Yeah.
Something like Halloween or something like Christmas.
Yeah. I really want to go to a park at Christmas.
Yeah. Well, you haven't got many options.
Disney, though.
You got Disney.
It's got to be Disney.
Disney, Europa Park, or the Efteling.
Yeah.
There's a few others, but...
The Efteling at Christmas.
Yeah, it's meant to be good.
Christmas makes everything better. Johan Smith something numbers says, what is your top 5 bucket list parks? That's a hard question though. Tokyo Disney Sea is my top bucket list.
Let's just group Disney and Universal parks into the location that they are, because I can't be bothered to decide which ones.
Yeah, well, if you say I want to go to Florida,
yeah, okay.
That's like I want to do Universal and Disney there.
Well, no, that's too expansive.
Okay, so Universal and then Disney.
Universal, Disney World, Yeah, Tokyo Disney.
Tokyo Disney, definitely.
Uh,
Efteling's on mine.
see,
You're not that fussed about Efteling.
all of my bucket list parks wouldn't be in Europe.
Yeah.
Just because then, well, I don't know why you choose Europe. Because
Yeah.
it's like, well, we're going to go there anyway, so.
Yeah, but isn't that the point, that you actually tick it off eventually?
Yeah, but
Let's
I
not
don't,
make it too dramatic.
I don't think that way.
Yeah, you're so bizarre.
I'd like to go to Cedar Point to see what all the fuss is about.
So would I, actually, because I have no idea what's there. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you a single ride that's there. And you know what? It'd be really nice to go there so I can actually visualise what everybody's talking about and be like, oh, I know what's at Cedar Point.
I don't think you'd
It's
like it.
this.
Outside of the roller coaster, it looks a bit crap.
Yeah, but just for peace of mind
Yeah.
and for my own knowledge, I'd like to go there and cement that, because I know nothing.
Yeah. It's a really tough one. I don't like bucket list parks because there's too many to go to.
Yeah.
Essentially, all of the big Disney parks I'd like to get to. Well, the three, like Disney Japan, Disneyland Anaheim, and Disney World. Then potentially Universal in Japan and Universal in Florida. But then there's all the other Florida parks. There's too many. It's too many.
All of them is the
Yes.
answer. Okay, now we're moving on to rides specifically. Brooks Westfall official says, if you could clone a ride in the US and put it at any UK park, what would that be and why?
So it'd be some giant, massive ride, obviously.
But it has to be a ride, an actual ride that exists.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually harder than I initially thought. Do you put in some huge roller coaster, or do you put in something from Disney or Universal? Nah, that's boring. Isn't it?
You're never going to say Disney, are you? You're going to say like Still Vengeance or something.
What's a standout Disney thing that I'd want to be at a UK park?
Tower of Terror.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would be good.
Yeah, but
Because there's not anything really like that in the UK at all. At all. But then we don't have big rides either.
I was just going to say, if you've got something like Fury 325, there's nothing like that in the UK
exactly.
either. Yeah,
Okay, I'll choose Tower of Terror. And you choose something else.
I'd choose
that
Fury
counts.
325 just because it's so different.
Okay, I choose Tower of Terror. I'd love to go on Tower of Terror more.
Yeah, same.
Everything Coasters Pro says, if you could ride on one defunct coaster, what would it be?
Oh, I'm not knowledgeable on this stuff.
Neither am I. I couldn't even tell you one. Oh, Corkscrew or whatever at Alton
You don't wanna
Towers.
ride Corkscrew
I know,
or
but that's the only. That's what I'm saying. That's the only one I can think of.
Trying to think. There's Dragon Challenge. There's Volcano the Blast Coaster.
I want to go on. This is my choice.
There's
The first coaster that had a loop in it.
that would kill you.
Yeah. For the Bants, I'd like to go on that.
Get whiplash.
Yeah.
All right, you can go on that. And
Interesting ride though, huh?
I'll do something else. No, not at all.
Keep your neck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough defunct coasters. There's a few really crazy defunct Japanese coasters that were knocking around back in the day. Like Moonsault Scramble. That was weird.
Okay, you have to choose one. I'm going to have to push you for an answer, Harry.
I don't know enough to make a judgment.
Okay, none of them. He doesn't get a choice.
There you go.
A couple of people asked, what's the best themed roller coaster?
Not Taron.
Not Taron.
Not Taron.
That's not an answer.
Well, it is an answer.
Not Taron.
I'm going to shout out to my boy Zach, who probably isn't listening. Zach always makes the point of saying that Taron is...
Landscaped.
It's landscaped, but it isn't... Taron has no storyline. If you want to try and tell me that Taron has a good story... Taron has, quote, a story, but it's more of an afterthought. It's like, we want to make this area look like this.
Right,
how can we make
like
a story
Cloakheim.
how can we make a story that revolves around that?
Yeah.
It wasn't the other way around. So the world's best themed ride is one that has a story that is well portrayed through
You're going to
the
say
ride
Kanan,
itself.
aren't you? I know you're going to say Kanan.
No. It'd have to... Is it ride or roller coaster?
Roller coaster,
Oh, right. Christ, that makes it harder.
I think. Yeah, roller coaster.
There's no like perfect roller coaster that gives you a good story, or at least there's no one that has a nice balance between actually being a big boy coaster and having
Themed.
immersive theming. You got obviously like Big Thunder Mountain and all that kind of stuff, and it's nice, but it's nothing crazy. Expedition
Wicker
Everest.
Man.
No, Wicker Man. No.
Why?
It's alright. It's nothing. It's good for the UK, but it's nothing. Not that great on a global scale.
I think Wicker Man's solid.
Yeah, it is solid. There's Baron 1898. It's really hard again.
Okay, pick 3. You're so rubbish at answering questions, Harry.
Yeah,
It's
because there's
unbelievable.
no definitive answer.
I know, but
to
you just
them.
have to decide, man. This is just you're not gonna go to prison if you say the wrong thing.
All right, so I'm gonna give three answers. I'm gonna say Carnival 1
Okay.
purely because I think that it has the best build up to a roller coaster. Period.
Yeah. Number 2.
2, I want to try and give one for good landscaping.
Taron.
Yeah, so Taron has some really good landscaping. To be honest though, Taron, in terms of the rock work that everyone raves on
The
about,
rock work.
is quantity, not quality.
Yeah,
The
I
rocks
see what you
actually
mean.
aren't that good, but there's so many of them that it's impressive.
Yeah.
Alright, so Taron, not for the theming, but for the landscape. And then an overall package has to be something.
A Disney ride.
Yeah, but what Disney roller coasters are actually that good?
Crusher's Coast.
No. See, I'm not really good to talk about this because I haven't really.
Okay, your third one is a Disney roller
Well,
coaster.
or Hagrid bike is,
Yeah,
is
that's
a good
good.
choice.
I didn't think about that one.
Hagrid bike is probably a nice one to choose as the complete package. As I said, it's hard for a roller coaster to be a complete package.
Yeah,
Expedition
yeah.
Everest is probably up there as well, actually.
Okay.
Because once you build a big ride, it makes theming and a storyline difficult.
Yeah.
So no one's really done it perfectly yet. I feel like a few people have gotten close.
There we go. There's the challenge, guys.
Yeah, but you need a lot of money.
Yeah. Everybody club together your money. And then
Yeah, I want
we
to
can
see what
make
Hands
one.
Apart does next. Because if they built Carnon, and I think they're continuously saying that their next thing is going to be like,
better.
yeah,
Love.
in terms of both bigger and well done. It's like, well,
That's
okay,
one to watch then,
what's
yeah.
the next step?
This was an interesting one, which I don't know why many people haven't brought this up before. Ted Bolton says, why do you think the Smiler is better than Nemesis?
It's only better because, for me, I don't think the inverted position is a very good one.
I would agree with you there.
It's,
There's something about the like forces that you get that's
Well-
just not. It's not fun. It's like
yeah.
obviously very intense, but I
Yeah.
don't. That's not what I'm here for.
This is it, right? So the inherent design of an inverted coaster limits the creativity and forces that the track can offer. It's
It's
incredible.
very samey.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard. Well, it's not incredibly hard, but it's difficult to build an inverted coaster with sustained ejector airtime because the trains just don't work like that. If you have the trains going over an airtime hill, the bottom of each row would crash into each other. If you see what I mean, as
yeah.
it curves, which is why you don't have any inverted coasters with really steep drops.
Right.
It's a design that is inherently flawed in that regard, whereas your sit-down coaster doesn't have that. It obviously can only go to a certain angle so quickly, but all of the world's steepest roller coasters are, sit-down coasters. So that's one of the reasons. As you said, Zoe, it's samey, right? The forces are samey. The views aren't good. They're all really blocked, and you can't see unless you're on the front, which again isn't. I would say is not as true on a sit-down coaster. And then it's just, I think the Smiler, the theme is cool. The Smiler's a dead ride, man. Holy moly! Looking at it like when we went is so it's so sad. I watched a short video the other day of the Smiler opening year. It's like, what is this? This is so different. With all of the original like soundtracks and videos playing. The videos that were played up, it was talking about marmalization, and that was actually in the soundtrack. You could hear them speaking about it.
Yeah.
It's like the Smiler's going to marmalize your body and mind. It was so much fuller, which is why I remember. And I think the Smiler's always been more of an impact. It's always been a better roller coaster in terms of storytelling than Nemesis has. And it's got a longer layout. And I'm a fan of inversions. It's always just been cool. I think the Smiler was cool.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so high.
Okay, then we have some random questions. A couple of people asking about gaming. Pudrus or something. People, can you please change your usernames to easy ones to read? It says, favourite roller coaster game.
Planet Coaster.
Is that your whole answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just have good memories of that game.
Yeah, but it's nothing compared
Well,
to
obviously.
Planet Coaster.
Yeah.
I don't really play anyway.
I've only just started playing because now I have access to Harry's computer and I haven't got my head around it yet. So
Zoe
it's a bit
can't
crazy.
play games at all.
First of all, I can't turn the screen properly.
Yeah.
Or angle to look where I want to be. I can't do the whole spinning and moving thing at the same time, which is not helpful. But yeah, it's a very complicated game, isn't it, really?
No.
It is, though.
It's not.
It's very complicated.
It's not.
Hugo721 says, what's the first coaster you rode together?
Probably someone at Thorpe Park, right?
It's probably Nemesis Inferno.
Yeah, it probably was.
It must be Nemesis Inferno.
Yeah.
Because that's the first one that you tried to get me to do.
Yeah.
How funny is that?
There you go.
Nemesis Inferno.
Then it would have been the Swarm.
Yeah.
And then it would have been the others.
Saw, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know how quickly I did all of them, though.
Yeah.
The first trip, did I do all the
Yeah.
rides? Did
Yeah.
I? Wow. What a crazy person I am.
Well, the first two aren't that bad, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Not if you've only been doing flying fish your whole life.
Well, no, they're still not that bad.
Traumatic times. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We had a few more questions, but we'll stop there because we need to keep to this mini-sode length. We keep going too long. We need to stop talking.
Too easy to ramble, eh?
I know. Funny that. So yeah, just do all the usual stuff. If you feel like it, leave us an iTunes review because we haven't had one in a while. I'm feeling a bit sad, but yeah, just follow us. Stay tuned for questions. Send us your topic ideas, and we'll be back next week.
Just before we go as well, actually, it's very beneficial to actually follow us on social media. We've got a lot going on right now in terms of we have a photo competition that we have every year where we want people to send in their best photo, and then we choose the top 10, and then everyone gets to vote on which they think is the best, and the best wins some CoasterBot merch and basically gets their photo and accounts plugged on our social media. So that's really cool. If you want to enter your photo, you have up to the 5th of November 2019 to do that. coasterbot.com/blog, and then head over to the photo competition. Then we have another yearly thing, the Golden Cog Awards, where we try and find some of the best roller coasters around. This time we're finding the world's best 100 roller coasters.
Madness.
Yeah. So we need you to send in we want you to rank the best rides that you've ridden and send in your top lists to us to help us figure out what the best rides are. And again, you can learn more about that by going over to coasterbot.com/blog and heading to the Golden Cog Awards. But all of this is said on social media. So if you stay tuned on social media, you get to take part in all of these additional things, you know?
Special things.
It really does pay to stay tuned on social media.
Yeah.
So please do. Coasterbot on everything, essentially.
Yeah. And then if you follow the Twitter for the podcast, you get to chat to us about everything we're talking about here and ask us questions, which is very exciting. So do it, people. It's 2019.
Please do.
You should be following everything.